Hey guys, it's Dr. Muff. Today we're going to be getting to our creepy, terrifying, and gruesome stories. The one I picked out for today is about a kid's folks tale, like an old rhythm song you probably heard back in the past when you were a kid or so. But with a little bit of deep research, it unveils a very dark secret behind this kid's folks tale. So with that, let's jump into it. The Muffin Man, aka Marcus Hanford, he started as a normal young man about in his 20s, married to a beautiful girl. Life was going perfect for him when all of a sudden, something permanently changed him. He was coming home from his job at the office. While walking home, he received a phone call from his wife telling him that she is filing for a divorce. And if that wasn't bad enough, within just minutes of hearing that news and trying to comprehend of everything that's going on and why, he got a phone call from his real estate agent saying that he's been evicted from his house. After getting off the phone call with his wife and real estate agent, something inside him just snapped and popped. Almost instant insanity. From being an insane person to insanity within just 2 phone calls. And since he didn't have a wife to spend money anymore, he actually collected his checks and saved his paychecks. As his insanity continued, he thought he could make some extra money on the side by selling his delicious desserts. But no one even knew about insanity, so he used that to his advantage. He was lonely, so he would be outside of his house with a fresh batch of muffins waiting for anybody to stop by and buy some. He would even give a free muffin followed by these exact lines: "I just made a fresh batch in the house. Would you care to join me?" And of course, in our human nature, some did say yes. When inside, he would tell them, "Oops, silly me, I must have just left them in the basement. Would you be a dear and fetch them for me?" Most would fall for this trick, and the ones who did find the muffins, but was greeted with a slamming door shut in their face. Until one girl named Sophia, about 16 years of age, she was one of the first victims and had been locked up in the house over the years, has finally escaped. The first thing she did was run home, and she noticed her parents weren't home, so she ran straight to the police station, where she was greeted by a detective. She jumped and leaped into his arms, just bawling in tears. When she was giving the detective that big hug, he looked down and realized that she is one of the girls missing in his missing person cases. Sophia replies, "The Muffin Man," quietly, so she clears her voice. With the same sentence, she says, "Do you know the Muffin Man, the Muffin Man? Do you know the Muffin Man who lives on Drury Lane?" The detective knew exactly who she was referring to, Marcus Hanford, and asked her, "Are there more?" And she replied, "Yes." The detectives went over to his house, and they were greeted with a horrid smell. They could easily trace it back to the basement. So they opened the door, the smell getting stronger and stronger as they walked down the basement steps. And what they found was about 30 to 45 girls that had been missing over 4 to 7 years. But they also found 20 dead young girls, either hanging or looked to be beaten to death or died from blood loss. And in the middle of the room hung the Muffin Man. They were all stunned to see this. Now, even several months later, people have asked the same question: "Do you know the Muffin Man? The Muffin Man. The Muffin Man. Do you know the Muffin Man that lives on Drury Lane?" Many believe these lines are part of a fairy tale, but what they don't see, the truth behind these mere lines. And that's all I have for you guys today. If we can take any advice from this, please don't fetch any muffins in strangers' creepy basements. And as always, be safe out there.